Hello everyone, welcome to Wicked West Books. My name is Meg. The baby is Kestrel. My happy boy. We're doing my book haul. These are all of the books that I have bought and not showed you. So we're going to start with my only two non-fiction books. These are books that I need to read for my own personal study, and that is Egyptian Myths, editor Jake Jackson, and 24 Hours in Ancient Egypt by Donald P. Ryan. This is a study of the day in the life of the people who lived during this time. These are both books that I need to read for my own personal study, and as such, they go on this shelf. And then next, I found Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the box set. This is a childhood favorite of mine, and so we had to have them. Also, great stories. The next book that I want to mention is one that I read, checked out from the library in a single day, and then immediately had to go out and buy because it was such a fun read, and that is The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. I'm sure you know what this book is about, but in case you don't, this girl starts a science course at a college and really falls for one of the male science teachers. It was just a really, really fun read, and if you look at it too closely, there are issues, but if you ignore those issues, it's just a fun read. So the next two books we want to mention are actually books 3 and 4 in a series. I have read book 1. It's even signed. I do not own or have read book 2, so I will have to go and hunt for that when I get ready to read book 3 and 4, but I will have them. I was going to put them in the wrong order until I noticed that they've got the numbers on the spine, so that's extremely helpful. So those books are Mirror's Edge and Youngbloods by Scott Westerfeld. This, of course, is the continuation of the newest series set in the world of the Uglies. I have not read these books, so they will go down on my TBR shelf. This is a world that I love being in. I love Scott Westerfeld's voice through all of it, and it's really fun for me, and it would be nice to get back into the world. Okay, now that the sticker's off, I've got books 3, 4, and 5 in a series to which I do not own a copy of book number 1. Again, that's what I'm going to have to go and look for. Now, I know I've read book 2, but I'm going to put them all on my TBR shelf anyway, just because I need to reread them. It's been a very long time, and I did just get done rereading book 1. That first book is The Bone Season, and books 2, 3, and 4 are The Mime Order, The Song Rising, and The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. I found these at half-price books and couldn't help but just get most of the series for half the price. I love book 1, and I remember really enjoying book 2, and then I also remember knowing that it would be a long wait for the next book in the series to come out, so I put it down because I didn't want to wait for it. I wanted to just binge through all of these because I remember them being really very good, and it might be a unpopular opinion, but I actually like the Bone Season books better than Priory of the Orange Tree. I have one more series in which I have multiple books, neither of which are the first books in the series. Do I own the first books in the series in hardback? No. No, I do not. But these were on sale, and it's a book series that I absolutely love, and I really would not mind having them all in hardback and not an apparently lost somewhere library copy of the first book, which I got when I wasn't sure if I would love the series as much as I do. But I do absolutely love the series, love the author, technically, plural, and these are those books. I have Magic Shifts and Magic Triumphs by Ilona Andrews. I'm pretty sure Triumphs is the last book in the Kate Daniels main series, and I know that Magic Shifts is one that's much later on in the series, but again, they were on sale. And I haven't already collected this entire series, so I can collect it in whichever format I like. And I've decided to try for the hardbacks. These are books I've read, and they are books I really enjoy, but I might have to rearrange my bookshelves for them to be on a shelf that I want them to be on. So for now, they're going to go on a bookshelf down here, just so that they are on the bookshelf. This next two books I got as Christmas presents from my husband, and I haven't read either of them yet. One of them I'm kind of iffy on because we read another book by the same author earlier in the year and neither one of us were too impressed by it. That book is Malice by Gwen. It could just be that we were not in the mood for that other book. It might just be that he's not an author for us. We will absolutely be giving him another chance because while the story and the plotline and everything was great, it just didn't really hold our attention very well when we read it. So we'll give this other book series by him a chance and we will see. I've heard good things about this. I know nothing about it. Apparently it's got lots of different characters, probably be multiple points of view, and other than it being a high fantasy, I know nothing. We'll give it another shot. Probably not during spooky month, but it is on my list of books to read because I own it. And next we have a book I'm sure I will enjoy because it's an author that I always enjoy. It's just a sci-fi book, which is not really my thing, especially when it comes to space sci-fi, and that book is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Now obviously, with my Mistborn tattoo, I love Brandon Sanderson. I love his storytelling, I love his magic systems. This one is going to be spacey themed. I'm pretty sure it's space and not just planes, but it says piloting, so it could just be planes. I don't really know much about this one, other than, you know, Brandon Sanderson, which is enough for me to want to read it. I just have to be in the mood for sci-fi rather than fantasy. It could be planes that looks like a plane. Is it planes and not space? Rubble belt. Okay, yeah, that's going to be an in-space thing. Okay, good. I was really starting to doubt myself for a second there. My next to last book is one that I'm really very excited about. I'm building up. I don't know if you can tell that, but I'm building up. This is a book that I again checked out from the library, and then as soon as I finished it, I absolutely had to have it. And when the next book comes out in a couple of weeks, it's going to be at the top of my buy and read list because that book is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I loved this book. I absolutely loved this book. This is a dark academia set in the Alexandrian society, and it just was so much fun. This book is mostly pure setup. It's getting to know the characters and getting them all in their place so that all of the action can happen in book 2. And it was still very well done. I found it very interesting, and I am ready for the Atlas Paradox. I will be buying it in hardback like the week that it comes out because this has been my favorite read of the year so far. Hands down. Easy. Easy answer. And the final book of this book haul is now the most expensive book that I own. I had this one shipped over from the UK and it's a special edition. It's numbered, it's signed, it's in color, and I am very, very, very much looking forward to reading this book. It was wrapped up in ribbon. It also came with a bookmark, and this book is Babel by R.F. Kuang. This is the broken binding version. It is gilded in red. It has a ribbon bookmark that comes in it. Like I said, it is signed and it is numbered. My number is 1088 out of 1,500 copies. So, you know, it's just... and it's so shiny. And the black and white with red is absolutely one of my favorite aesthetics. So, Dark Academia, again, I've only read the one book, The Atlas 6, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm trying to give a few more Dark Academia books a try to see if I really like the genre. And I read The Poppy War and really enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to Babel. And that is going to be it for this book haul video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I will post another video next Wednesday. Have a wicked day. Good boy.